Tonight from Lear Field on the campus of Irving High School, it's a District 7 6A soccer match as the Lady Tigers of Irving play host to the Lady Vikings of Nimitz. Hello everyone, John Nelson alongside Rob Willman. This is the district matchup, the second matchup of the year between these two. The Lady Vikings won earlier on January 27th by a score of 6-0. And we are underway. Nimitz in the dark uniforms and the Lady Tigers in home white. And here's Rob Willman.
All right, thank you very much. Myra Rodriguez just chased that one down out of bounds, and the Lady Vikings will bring it inside. The Lady Vikes right in the thick of things as far as the district race is concerned. Irving Tigers, they've had an uphill battle this year. They just haven't been able to score goals. In fact, so far in district play, they've only scored one. For Nimitz, they've had a couple of ties, one with the Gophers, one with MacArthur. Right before this game with the ball now is Reyes. And broken up nicely, but regained by Espinal. Kept in play, that is the Vikings in the dark uniforms. Number 2 on the wing is Taylor Kaiser, the sophomore. And they once again try to regroup and get something going offensively. Kaiser down the left wing as it knocked out of bounds. And the Lady Vikings will retain control and inbound.
Alex Perez, the goalkeeper for Irving tonight, and Maria Diaz, the goalkeeper for Nimitz. She is a freshman.
These are 40-minute halves. As the ball is inbound, and Martinez clears it out to center stage. One of the captains, Ruiz, over to Martinez. Here on the left wing is Banda, the other captain. And right now, the midfielders are pretty much just kind of playing catch back and forth with each other. The forwards just waiting to try to find a seam that they could try to break through. Nonetheless, Jacqueline Rivera, the junior defender, number 12 right there, breaks up play, knocks it out of bounds.
And the starters tonight, Maria Diaz in goal for Nimitz. They have 3 seniors, 3 juniors, a couple of sophomores, and 2 freshmen starting tonight for head coach Nikki Vasquez. And the starters tonight for the Lady Tigers of Irving, in goal, Alex Perez, and the rest of the midfielders and the fullbacks, 2 seniors, 7 juniors, a couple of sophomores, and a freshman starting tonight for head coach Ben Bourdlamé.
Thing about the Nimitz soccer team, they have 2 players that are injured. They have one that received a red card during their last game, meaning she'll have to miss tonight's game. So for Coach Vasquez, he's only got 2 girls to choose from off the bench, but he said that's okay with him. He usually likes to have 3, but he said he can live with 2. Asked about bringing anybody up from the JV, and he said, man, just too much of a difference in the game and talent-wise to make that jump from JV to varsity, and he feels pretty confident and pretty good just to keep what he has now. There's Bourdlamé for the Tigers across the way in his 3rd season. Just trying to find that winning combination. The Tiger JV team lost to the Nimitz JV team 3-1 right before this game.
And the scoring pretty much spread apart this year, Rob, for Irving High. No one has more than 1 goal. Nikki Vasquez in year number 3. And Nimitz, the second most prolific scoring team in the district. The Lady Vikings averaging about 2.7 goals per game. And this is the 8th district game.
Year in and year out, if you follow girls soccer, you know that the Duncanville Pantherettes, the Panthers, the Lady Panthers, have always had a strong, strong soccer team. Here is a corner kick. No one there to really put it back, and the Tigers will try to get this one past the midfield stripe for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Duncanville's averaging 4 goals a game. The Lady Panthers 7-1 in district.
This is Ruiz, has it broken up on the far sideline. But once again, the Lady Vikings control and move forward and put pressure, or try to, on the goalie. Far corner. Turning in circles is Myra Rodriguez, the junior. Coach Vasquez, he had a couple of players he didn't know if he was going to start or not, and Rodriguez was one of those two. He said that was like a game-time decision. Kaiser going toe-to-toe with Rivera. And Kaiser just can't get any distance. Reyes to her teammate Flores, and Flores loses control as Canby Horn comes out with it, and now maybe the Lady Tigers can get across the midfield and get something going offensively. It's all been on the Lady Viking end of the field here in the first half. 40 minutes a half. Clock easily doesn't stop unless there's an injury. Playing with just 2 officials tonight. Coaches were telling me before the ball game that just a little shorthanded. They've been sending out emails to parents and friends and whoever they could find to say, take the classes and come out and officiate. So the officials were telling us before the game, John, you got to really hustle to get down to call offsides.
Yeah, that's the hardest call I think you can probably make with just 2 officials, the offsides call. And boy, you really got to have good eyes and a keen awareness of the sport.
Irving finally gets the ball deep, and Irving's into the field, but Irving controls it with the defenders, and Espinal, one of those defenders, clears it out to the far side to Ruiz. Ruiz, one of those players that you will see with the ball quite often. She's her playmaker in the middle, as Ariana Rizzo, the junior, number 3, the defender, two-handed into play. Hit and intercepted by the Lady Vikings, and they will have control of it over by the Lear Field flagpole.
Right at the 50-yard line on the football field.
Right at the 50. That was dedicated late in the year in 2015.
Just a picture-perfect night. Hardly
it
any
is,
breeze
isn't
at
it?
all. Temperature in the low 60s. What winter? Well, the winter that never was. We've only got about a month left of the winter that never was. 66 degrees at kickoff. Low humidity, and the winds are calm.
Are nil. Again, it was 6-0. Lady Vikings winning the first game. That was back the second game of the district season, back on January the 27th.
Nimitz coming off a draw to Grand Prairie. Either team able to score. That was our last district game. Irving coming off a 8-0 loss to the league-leading Duncanville squad. 8-0 that score, 8-0 that score.
Alex Perez with a good pair of work gloves on. That's what those look like. That's what I needed this weekend.
Ace Hardware, heavy duty.
They are, aren't they? Keep the ball from going in, hopefully. Diana Hernandez. The Lady Vikings over to Isabel Martinez. Right in the crease. Lady Vikings can't control it. Right toward you at home, folks, as Jacqueline Rivera gives chase and knocks it out of bounds. As you look at Claudia Espinel, the senior striker, she's been pretty active. Chelsea Ruiz has been pretty active for the Lady Vikings here at about 10 minutes gone by in the first half. Really not one really good shot on goal yet. Here comes Ruiz. Nice little dribbling, has it knocked away and loses control. Over on the wing is Parr.
And they've crossed midfield.
Yep. And that lasted about 3 seconds. Lady Vikings again, right corner. The streaking Rodriguez. Boy, she's got some wheels there. Almost got behind the defenders, the stoppage in play. It will be Nimitz's ball. And the inbound across the way, Diana Hernandez. Inbounds, they have it knocked away, and Myra Rodriguez, the forward, will give chase. You're looking right there at Claudia Espinel.
She is one of 3 players that have signed with Brookhaven. Claudia Espinel and Olivia Marin and Chelsea Ruiz.
The Bears.
Brookhaven.
All through a package deal.
A trio.
Hey, that it made good for the coach recruiting-wise. Get 3 like that. 3 solid players indeed. Kicked and knocked out of bounds by Rizzo. You would expect a team like the Lady Tigers, being substantial underdogs coming into tonight's game, that they probably would want to play defensively.
Just keep them at bay.
Yeah, just keep it 0-0, and maybe you find one moment, a little lapse of defensive judgment on the fact of Nimitz, and play D the rest of the night. Cynthia Lopez, the freshman, kicked that one into play, but it's very quickly knocked out of bounds by her teammate, Jacqueline Rivera. And inbounding will be Kaiser. It's Kaiser there, number 2. They work the perfect triangle and kick it out to midfield. Banda. Oh, it got past the defender, and giving chase is Espinal. Espinal from the weak side, the left, tried a little finesse pass and missed its mark.
Try to get Martinez in the middle near the penalty arc.
She was there, but pretty much kind of fanned on the shot to take some verbiage from hockey, if you will. Tangled up a little bit and back out to the middle. That's Reyes. Over here on the wing to Kaiser. And to Flores. Flores waits. Unable to get it past the defender. And now Irving. Not a lot of numbers. If you look at the field right now, there's about 7 white jerseys that was behind the 30. So that's pretty much meaning they're packing it back there, trying to play the best D they can. Maria Diaz, the goalie for Nimitz, yet to see a shot fly her way.
Nimitz only allowing 1 goal in district play.
Espinal going over to a streaking Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a shot and a goal.
Able to get a head start at about the 40-yard line, and just 1-on-1 in the 27th minute as the Lady Vikings have scored first. Maria Rodriguez, a junior forward.
How ironic that Myra would be the one to score the first goal. She was the one the coach didn't know whether he was going to start or not, and hit him where they're not.
Top shelf as she was able to get away from Rivera.
Well, that's where the speed pays dividends, and ironically, it was the fact that Irving was finally moving offensively. And a lot of those defenders we talked about was pushed more toward the middle in the past, and that's how Myra was able to get past the defenders using her speed. Here we go again here on the near side. Flores has Rivera on her back. Body contact, no call. They're going to say it's Nimitz possession.
Pretty close shoulder to shoulder there, right on the touchline.
Flores, a two-handed pass. Hits the wrong jersey, but the Lady Vikings still come up with it. Nice juggle there by the Lady Vikings, but they're unable to find an open player in the crease, but the Lady Vikings still gain control. Ruiz lost it, tries to get it back as Cynthia Lopez, the freshman, knocks it out of bounds. And it will be the Vikings spot.
Intended for Brianna Parr, but just in front of her, got past her by a couple of yards. Unable to track it down.
You know, we go back to talking about just 2 officials here, and it'd be fairly common for someone to say, well, the girls are easier to officiate, as we have another player breaking free on the left wing. That is Espinal. Espinal tries to poke it past Perez, but she's there to put the kibosh on that threat.
Well, she went low, and Perez on her knees. There's a drive by Espinal, and right here the drop and a nice save by Alex Perez, the junior. That's unofficially the 4th shot on goal tonight by Nimitz.
Rivera, though, came back very quickly as a defender and really made that angle much tougher than Espinal could have had starting out when she got behind the defenders. But we talked about just 2 officials in this game, and I was talking to Coach Vasquez before this one saying, well, I guess for the girls you can get away with that. He says, yeah, unless you get some of those tough games like DeSoto playing Cedar Hill. The bench is emptied. They had a big fight not long ago here in district play. How'd you like to handle that one? Where both sides come out swinging.
Jarris with the first shot on goal tonight by Irving. Yeah, I would just try to get out of the way and
hope for the best.
Hope they somehow come to their senses and
start giving out red cards like they're candy.
Isabel Martinez taken down rather hard.
Yep.
Junior midfielder pops right back up
with a smile on her face, so that's always good to see. Destiny Fuller, the junior forward, couldn't handle that one for the Lady Tigers. There's Destiny.
She does have a goal this year. And keep in mind, this is the 9th district game. They have played, at least 20 counting tournaments coming into this district match. District season started on January 24th.
But only 1 goal in district for the Lady Tigers, and that's been tough for them to come up with the win. Knocked out of bounds, it will be the Lady Tigers' possession. Tigers again in the light uniforms, going left to right with the black shorts. Lady Vikings in the purple, trimmed in white. We've got a substitution, unlimited substitutions. Ruby Diaz Perdita, the sophomore, into play. Had a pretty good crowd for the JV game. Boy, traffic was tough getting into Irving High today. They must have had parent-teacher conference day or something.
Had to wait your turn.
Yeah. They've been doing so much construction over here on campus, giving it a facelift. Some of those parking spots taken away. As you see Perez there at goal, leaning on the left pole, trying to keep the angle to a minimum. Irving attacks again. That was a rainbow of a throw inbounds, wasn't it?
No.
And the shot goes across the crease. Didn't have the right angle, but very quickly it's raced down by Espinal. She's the one that has the quick feet. Shot on goal, bounced right to Perez, and Alex, the junior, makes the stop.
Easy one hopper to handle, about waist high.
We've seen a few go past goalies before that you wouldn't think would be too difficult. Cross over here on the near side to Flores. She keeps it in play over to Kaiser. Kaiser at first I thought was going to go to Banda, but they said, we got to keep our goalkeeper active. So Diaz, the freshman, says, hey, thanks for thinking of me.
He's 100 yards the other way and touches the ball for just the second time.
Remember that World Cup game? I think the ladies, it was USA and Japan, and they kicked it from midfield, and the goalie misplayed it, went right over her head.
Was that the upset?
That was, I think, the championship game. I don't know if it was an upset, but they poured it on, won like 8-0. Great shot by Associated Press photographer. You know, they have so many of those automatic cameras, they just sit up on the goal post on the top, and you can see the look on the goalie's face like, oh, poo.
So that's how they get those shots.
Mm-hmm.
Got a substitution for Nimitz. Rosie Castillo, a sophomore midfielder, coming in, and she'll replace Diana Hernandez, sophomore midfielder. She takes a rest here. Not much depth for
Nope.
one of these teams.
Nope, just two. Just two for Coach Vasquez. 2 hurt, 1 red carded, can't play. And really, you know, defensively wise, Irving's holding their own. That 1 goal, they let Nimitz get behind him, and just the pure speed of the Lady Vikings did him in on the initial goal.
Well, Irving's only goal in district came on February 3rd. They and DeSoto finished in a 1-1 draw. There's 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw in the district points. But that has been their only goal this year in district.
Nimitz giving chase. It goes out of bounds. They kick it to the goalie. Did you see the Vietnamese City League game this week where they protested a call? The goalkeeper for one city team went to grab a shot, and the official said the goalkeeper interfered with the shooter and gave a free penalty kick, and they got so mad the goaltender just turned his back on the shooter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Didn't want to see. Was it the right call?
Well, debatable, you know. But then, so the goalkeeper on purpose turned his back so the other team could score. And then at the very next possession, everyone, just the team that thought they were ripped off, they just stopped playing. They let the other team just, without hesitation, let the other team march right down. And the goalkeeper, when he saw the guy coming in to make the shot, he came out of the crease and just did a flip.
Is that right?
Yeah, head flip right in front of the guy kicking it. It was 2-2 at the time. The game ended up being 5-2. But I'd never seen a team get so upset over a call that they just said, "That's it, we quit."
Is that like reading the newspaper in basketball when the other team has the starting lineups?
Yeah, but one's one's the fans, one's the actual team. In the crease, right to the mitts of Perez. Nice effort by Claudia Espinal.
Well, that was a line drive. That was a blast from about 30 yards out. As got to climb the ladder here. Juggle for just a minute.
And here she is again on goal. And another save by Perez. Nicely done. And it seems like maybe perhaps the Lady Vikings are turning up the heat a little bit, spreading out the defenders. The last couple of trips down, trying to create space.
7 shots on goal for Nimitz.
Here comes Horn, number 11 for the Lady Tigers right wing. A shot over the hands of the goalie Diaz, and a score.
It comes in the 17th minute. That crossbar is 8 feet high, and that jump by Diaz came a little late. As Cambry Horn scores her first goal of the year. And here's another look at it. Horn on the right side, able to get to it at about the 5-yard line, and just a perfect high shot, maybe 7 feet high and just above the outstretched hands of Maria Diaz, and we are tied at 1.
So the Tigers make the most of their opportunity. Thanks to Horn on the wing, and didn't use a lot of fancy footwork and trying to stop and set up her shot. She just pretty much just let her rip, and results in a goal and a tie game. Almost 17 minutes left in the first half. 2 halves, 40 minutes apiece. And I was just saying how it seemed like that the Lady Vikings were on the attack. You see that a lot, John. A team gets sucked in, and then next thing you know, someone's getting behind the defenders with a wide open shot. That is knocked out of bounds by Heidi Rios. So the Tigers will be on the attack again. Horn will be doing the inbounding, or will she relinquish that to Fuller? Fuller now. So you have Diaz Pardita also in there on the right wing, but this pass is intercepted, and Martinez handles it, and here we go again. This is Rodriguez, right side, shot on goal, not good enough, bad angle. Myra Rodriguez, the junior forward.
That last goal, Rob, by Horn, you know, it's 24 feet from the goal post to the other goal post, and sometimes it's harder to elevate straight up, getting close to the crossbar, which is 8 feet high, than it is to go from side to side. But that was just a well-placed shot by Horn. Right in the middle, as you see the rise about 7 feet and just off the fingertips.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, is getting it high enough but not too high. You see a lot of them hit the crossbar.
8 feet's not a lot of room.
Nope. Ball still in possession of the Lady Vikings. They've got a couple here open. Kaiser on the wing. Can't get it to hook. Perez makes an easy grab of it. And she will kick it back into play. Pretty good kick, about 40 yards in all. Castillo chases it down. And Cynthia Lopez, the midfielder, the freshman for the Tigers, knocks that one out of bounds. That's kind of like a defender's friend, knocking it out of bounds. That's an extra defender. You see it quite often in this game. When one team's on the attack, just kick it out of bounds, make them start over. And that's what they will do. Under 15 minutes before the break, bounce pass, Melissa Hernandez. That's her there. Over to teammate Flores. And once again, breaking free on the left side is Espinal.
She had Kaiser trailing the play, but goes over the goal line.
She's going to get her shots, and she's going to get her chances.
Oh, Espinal and Rodriguez, by far the two quickest players for Nimitz.
If they keep getting their chances, soon enough, something's going to go in the net. A busy night for Perez as she tries to kick it to a teammate. Running in circles is Lopez, and she loses control, gets it back. Lopez lets the teammate take over, and her teammate Amy Vieira, sophomore, lost control of that, and Rose Castillo will inbound. The header. Right over here to the near side to Melissa Hernandez. Wrong team.
Wide open.
Yep. Kicks it on the wing. Kaiser. Push kick that one in. Tried it twice, actually.
Nobody had marked Espinal, who was wide open in the middle. I believe they want Banda on the throw-in. As you see, Taylor Kaiser, one of 4 sophomores on the varsity.
Banda, one of the 2 captains. This Lady Viking team with the corner kick. High, perfect in the crease. A mistimed jump. Tigers unable to clear, though. Here again, once again, and the header's missed. Chased down and just very quickly kicked out of bounds, and the Lady Vikings will have to regroup. Boy, a couple of good chances there, John.
Yeah, that one, last one just over the head of Chelsea Ruiz. As it gets clogged up, there's Ruiz a little bit behind her.
Yep, just a missed time by Chelsea. She'd like to have that opportunity back again. And once again, John, they clear it right over here to the near side, and no one's at home except for the Lady Vikings.
Well, about 70% of the action has come from this side of the field, inside the center circle area. More pressure coming.
Kaiser tied up there with number 12, Jacqueline Rivera. And they're going to say last touched by Nimitz, and very quickly the Lady Tigers try to push it back up across the midfield stripe. And Banda, the other captain, Gives it out to Martinez and back over to Ruiz. Not a lot of purple jerseys in that area. You notice with a real wide shot that the Tigers really bunched up in the middle. And it will be Rizzo that will inbound. I think we have a substitution. Yeah, a couple of subs.
Yeah, one of them is Magalhae Sanchez, a senior.
Wearing number 2. Has a goal to her credit this year. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Plenty of time. And with all the shots on goal and opportunities for the Lady Vikings, you would think the score would be weighted to their side, but they're got their hands full as the Lady Tigers trying to come up with an upset. Nimitz and MacArthur battling for that second place spot. Mac at 5-1-2, Nimitz 4-2-1, 4-2-2, excuse me. There's the district standings.
Duncanville with a 2-game edge over Mac.
South and Cedar Hill at 11 points, and the Gophers at 10. And back to action we go. Kicked away by Diaz. Still in play, nicely done on the wing. Who can get to it first?
That's the thing.
That's where speed comes into play. And it's Banda that chases it down, and they get over to Diaz, a goalkeeper, who kind of nonchalantly kicks it out in front of the crease, and kind of a dangerous play.
Well, she nudged it ahead almost in front of the fullback.
This is Ruiz. Far sideline. She's taking it the distance. Rocks and fires and just hits the side of the net. It's like in basketball, going end to end.
But they didn't turn it over. At least able to get a shot off.
Yeah.
That's the 10th shot on goal.
5 more district games after tonight's endeavor. Still a lot of soccer left to play in the district season. But I'm sure everyone will take the weather we've had this winter. I say winter half-heartedly, not much of it. Oh, nice little give and go, left side to Kaiser. And it was offsides call.
That's only the second offsides against Nimitz.
Yeah, with all the opportunities they've had tonight, that's pretty good, actually.
Good ratio.
It's number 7, Cheyenne Rivera. About to tee it off. That's the big leg brace on. It gives her extra power. Sanchez over to Horn. And controlled by Kaiser. Kaiser runs right into Rivera. They kind of tangle up here on the near sideline. It'll be the Lady Vikings. Martinez over to Espinal. Espinal trying to get past Maharis. Can't do it.
Dominique Diaz. They're going to kick it away.
And we've got some equipment malfunction here. The goalie, maybe the shin guard or something, might have fallen down.
Yeah, she may be tested here any second.
Yep. In the corner is Espinal, ready for the corner kick. Remember, they came close last time. Just a little too far. Controlled by Ruiz. Down on the ground, still kicking, double teamed. Still trying to dribble the ball around, still has possession. She tries to go through like 3 defenders. And the ball is bounced right to Perez at goal, who will clear.
Yeah, she and April Flores kind of got tied up, went off the back heel of Ruiz.
Ball cleared in the middle. And Ruiz, who's been very busy tonight, takes off with it again. Into the midfield and over to Hernandez. And Horn steals it away from her. Horn, one that had the goal. Fuller, she loses. And Kaiser over to the near side, a streaking Espinal. And a save.
Boy, did she ever come out, Alex Perez.
Boy, Espinal just winded and disheartened at the same time, thinking she had a pretty good shot. Here's one on goal again. And Perez handles that one. Here's that chance again, John.
Yeah, Espinal, kind of a little bit of hesitation, and then almost, well, she did the splits. Alex Perez almost lost her balance. And then the follow-up shot taken by April Flores, and an easy catch on the fly by Perez.
I wonder if it's one of those things that she was just trying to lull her to sleep, thinking she's going to really just wind up and fire, and then try to do a little quick push and didn't get a lot into it. Can Fuller get to it? She does. Nice save. Over to Hernandez. Back to Kaiser, and Kaiser offsides. And look at this nice hustle by Kaiser. Keep that in play.
Almost over the touchline. It came within inches, and then Kaiser reverses and able to keep it back in play.
Once again, Rivera will do the honors with the kick. 5 minutes to go before they take a break. 1 goal per team. And you'd have to say at this point, Irving has to feel pretty good about themselves. Nice slide and a kick. Might have hurt her leg in the process.
The official coming over. Here's Claudia Espinal. And the sliding tackle right here. And then Rivera. She's down in the rollover somersault by Espinal. And everything's okay.
Sure.
Rivera hops back up, the senior. Banda.
Madeline with the kick. High, and the goalie just says, I'm not going to take any chances, and Perez just taps it out of bounds.
Tried to go to the short side, and Perez just pushes it away right in front of the goal post.
Don't know if she's trying to just to get it over. I mean, she had it high enough to begin with. She just didn't have enough on it. I think she tried that again and hit it a little deeper. Here's a crossing into the goal. Wow, Perez got her hands on it, but not enough. Just too much energy as the corner kick finds the back of the net.
Boy, you don't see too many corner kicks not touched by a teammate, either with a header or able to kick it in. And that just, man, how did that get in there on the short side,
I think
just around the goal post?
I think it was hit so hard by Banda that the goalie just couldn't grab it.
So Banda scores in the 3rd minute. 3:32 officially, and a 2-1 Lady Viking lead.
Ball's worked free. Nimitz keeps possession. Well, you had to think with the numerous opportunities the Lady Vikings had, and here they go again with another opportunity. Espinal, and it hit the post. The rebound, and count it.
Number 13.
By Myra Rodriguez.
That
her
goal
second goal
came less than a minute from the last one. It happened so quick.
Well, first of all, the miss by Espinal, right? Just winged out and hit the post, but the goalie couldn't get up in time as Rodriguez was there. Johnny on the spot for the putback.
Off the left foot. Her second goal of the first half.
Yeah, you would think that with so many opportunities, as a substitution comes in, Emily Cardenas, the senior.
Well, and it rains it pours, and Perez in the last 3 minutes has had to contend with 4 shots.
some of that was, you know, you wonder if the defenders for Irving were tired, because let's face it, 90% of the first half's been played in their end.
But Kaiser and Espinal have just been able to work through the defenders unmarked.
It's like sooner or later, that hard work's going to pay off. The one was just that was all Banda with the really hard shot in the corner that Perez couldn't handle. Cleared out by Irving. A couple of minutes on the clock. They're going to go ahead and kick it back to Diaz in goal. Maria says thanks for those 3 goals.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. You'll never see a better corner kick than Banda's a couple of minutes ago. Just a line drive, never got more than 7 feet off the ground.
Espinal again, man, she just dribbles that thing in almost all the way to the goalkeeper.
Again, if it's not her, it's Kaiser on that left side.
They've been the workhorses. I mean, they're the ones that have been really forcing the issue. But, you know, Rodriguez and Banda, they've kind of been the recipients of some of that hard work. It's like back when Aikman would throw a bomb to Irvin, and Michael would get it to about the 1 yard line, and then Emmett would get the last yard and get credit for the touchdown. So we're under a minute before the break. Irving with really just one good shot. They made it count tonight, and that's been really the only time they've had a clear shot and an opportunity against the Lady Vikings. They've been pretty much more playing defensively with this attack by the Lady Vikings. Again, the Vikings, 3rd place team. They've got a good team, so you'd kind of expected this coming in. So whether or not Irving could score some goals. As the clock winds down, will there be enough chance here? Kick it back to the goalie, and that should do it for the first half. A lot of action, especially if you're in the purple and white, as the Lady Vikings have carved out a nice 3-1 lead with the helps of Myra Rodriguez, number 13, with a couple of those goals. And the Lady Vikings will just try to keep momentum in the second half. So we finished a half, second half coming up next. Stay with us. Okay.
And welcome back to Lear Field. It's halftime. The Lady Vikings on top 3-1. Not much action in the first 13 minutes. And then Myra Rodriguez will get the scoring underway for Nimitz. 27-29 left on the clock. She's able to outrace her defender, Ariana Rizzo, and a 1-0 lead as she fires one over the goalie. And then Cambry Horn gets open. You'll think no one is able to get to this. Was anybody coming into the picture? Horn does, and sends a nice high shot over Maria Diaz. Another look at it ground level. That made it a 1-1 contest. That was 10 minutes after the Rodriguez goal. And then Madeline Banda on the nice corner kick. Watch this one just bend in over the goalkeeper, Alex Perez. That made it 2-1. And then less than a minute later, Myra Rodriguez will score. The initial shot taken by Claudia Espinal as it kisses off the goalpost. And then waiting for it is Myra Rodriguez with a quick blast. And that ends the scoring here in the first half, 3-1, as Nimitz takes the lead unofficially. 15 shots on goal for the Lady Vikings, just 2 for Irving High. A lot of action, Rob, in the last 5 minutes of the first half.
I think it's just a matter of time for the Lady Vikings. They had to put so much pressure on the Lady Tigers in the first half. Sooner or later, they were going to pay dividends. That near goal by Claudia Espinal was a work of art. The near goal was. I mean, she curved that thing right outside the arms of Perez. Only thing got in the way was the post. But there was Myra Rodriguez, the junior, to fill that one in. We're about ready for the second half. We'll play another 40 minutes before we put this one in the books.
Same starters for both teams that begin tonight's game.
Game 9 of the district season. Other games tonight, Duncanville and Cedar Hill, DeSoto, MacArthur. You could pretty much pick the winners of those two games. The one to have a hard time picking up maybe this Grand Prairie game. Gophers and Warriors playing each other.
Cedar Hill, the only team that shut out Duncanville a couple of weeks ago, 1-0. Only loss for Duncanville in district play.
It's a huge upset. And a little light tap there to Maria Diaz, who swings it out of the zone, and that come a Lady Vikings. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Bartlemay has decided how he will attack for the Lady Tigers to try to change things up. It seemed like early on when it was a very close game, they kind of stayed back a little bit defensively, trying to take their shots and chances when they could. But now when you're down by 2 and you really haven't scored a lot of goals this year, it really puts pressure on the Lady Tigers.
Picked away by Lopez over the touch line. It'll be Rizzo guarding Claudia Espinal, who again continues to wide open down the middle of the field.
Coach Vasquez said he was really happy how his girls have been playing this year. He said really not a lot to complain about. Right in the thick of things, right in the playoff picture. And maybe these Irving schools, whether it be MacArthur, Nimitz, or both, can break the playoff drought that has plagued the football and basketball teams this year.
Nimitz has been in the soccer playoffs, the Lady Vikings, the last 2 years.
And they're in good shape to be headed there again. Near side over to Espinal. Lost control as Rizzo's there, and she gets it back. Espinal, nice footwork. Trying to create some separation. Gets it out to Martinez. Martinez tried to unload on it, and then she kind of just smiles and dips her head down a little bit. She's still laughing like, this is not where I wanted to place that.
And Alex Perez with the ball behind the net as we get back into play. Always keep at least one ball behind the net on either side of the goal post.
They try to. Doesn't work out that way all the time. Cleared out to the near side. Again, Martinez gives chase, but she doesn't shoot one on goal again like she did last time. Right in the corner. And last touched by the Lady Vikings.
Again, Nimitz won the first meeting back on January 27th, 6-0. And on top 3-1 in the second meeting.
Looking at Rizzo there with the inbound. Overhead pass. Gets it through the gap. Harris loses it though, and once again there on the left wing is Hernandez. Loses control. That is Reyes, number 4.
Yeah, she just took charge.
Yep. Ruiz is 10. Don't forget Banda has the strong arm, number 5. If Banda has any kind of gap at all. Kaiser across the way now that they flip sides. She's on the far sideline. Lady Vikings on the attack. We played about 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes here of the second half. Next week, Irving will play South Grand Prairie, and Nimitz will have to face Duncanville. It'll be a big test for these Lady Vikings.
Regular season ends on March 10th.
Right around the corner. We'll be back here a week from Friday. MacArthur and the Tigers. That'll be a good game. Cleared and giving chase is Ruiz. Ruiz gives it up over to Hernandez. Back to Ruiz. He's going to play and catch. Diana Hernandez, and loses control of it, and Cynthia Lopez with the outlet. No one there to chase it down. Parr is the closest one for the Lady Tigers.
Banda able to get in front of her.
Yeah, Banda's pretty quick. You got to be pretty fast to work around her as Martinez. A little no-look pass and a give on the wing. That was set up nicely. It's like Kaiser on the corner. Kaiser lost it, but that was nice footwork by all the teammates involved. Getting the ball down in scoring position.
Dominic Diaz able to break it up, number 15 for Irving.
And back to the middle is Martinez. And there's Ruiz again. Just taking your time, sizing things up. Near corner, Diana Hernandez. Over to Espinal. Espinal working the corner. Pushed a little bit by Rizzo. Tries to center the pass and kicked out of bounds by Dominique Diaz, a sophomore, one of the two captains on the Lady Tiger team tonight. Diaz and Maharis, the two designated captains beforehand. As you look at Heidi Reyes, number 4. Reyes, the junior.
First corner kick down at this end of the field.
Right in the crease again, and the header goes wide left. Looks like that went off the head of Espinal. Thing about Lady Vikings, almost every time they get a corner kick, John, it seems like they've had an opportunity maybe to score. They've had maybe a couple miss their mark, but by and large, they've had some good setups.
Yeah, there's at least 3 in front of Alex Perez every corner kick.
There's Gardinas, number 17, a senior. The question is, what can the Lady Tigers do to stop the offensive pressure by the Lady Vikings and try to get behind the defenders like they did with their one and only goal? Inbounded by Diana Hernandez. Pushing and shoving. And
Lopez goes down hard.
and I think Martinez will be the guilty party there with the push. And maybe a warning. What do you think?
He is, yeah. The official coming over. Here's another look at it, shoulder to shoulder. Then Martinez with a last hard push.
Right there.
On Cynthia Lopez.
Well, you know, the officials always talk about when you have a rivalry type game like this, when it's 2 Irving schools, you try not to let it get out of hand. Maybe more so with the boys than the girls, but hey, they can show their temper as well. Oh, nice little back kick. Cleared out though. Diaz Pepina over to her teammate Lopez, who kind of fanned on the shot. And Rivera tracks it down. Closing in on 10 minutes gone by in the second half. Haven't seen really maybe one good chance at a goal here in the second half. I mean, heck, you know, Nimitz could play really conservative and really just work on the clock if they want to.
Cambry Horn, the junior, with the only goal tonight for Irving.
Far corner, another little push. No whistle, though. It's picked up by Reyes.
Went off the bottom of her foot and still able to dribble it.
Reyes over to Ruiz. Ruiz with a shot, a little dribbler on goal. It's Alex Perez. Scoops it up.
To Hopper, easy save.
Yeah, not quite as difficult as some of those earlier kicks in her direction. Inbound kick, Ruiz can't handle it as Vieira knocked it out of her area, but Nimitz comes back again, cross far side. Kaiser lost control. No one's back for Irving. They spend so much time defending Nimitz, they just have no one back.
Yeah, they're always facing away from the other side of the ball.
Let's kick back, and Lady Vikings will set it up again. Isabel Martinez. They go to the wing. April Flores not able to handle it for Nimitz. But even if Nimitz loses control for a second, it seems like it only takes a kick or two by the opposition, and they have control of it back again.
Yeah, a quick recovery.
Yep. Martinez being a little physical there. I think Cynthia Lopez. Outlet wing, but no one back there for Irving. Only one with speed, Emily Cardenas, trying to chase that one down, but uphill battle. Vikings had 3 players back defensively. And they can do that with the 2-point lead. They don't have to be overly aggressive offensively. Keep the defenders back. Not really put them in harm's way as Ruiz gives chase.
If they could ever get it to Jennifer Maharis, she's almost been open at the center circle area twice, but not able to get behind the defenders like she wants to.
Lady Vikings on the attack again. Cleared out by Lopez. And run down by Heidi Rios. She loses the handle. And here comes Maharis. In the corner, Cardenas over there. Cardenas 17 is the one with the speed. They just brought her in just a few minutes ago. Kicked and cleared by Vieira. Handled nicely by Lopez. Vieira. Over to Maharis. Maharis being pestered by Reyes. And we go the other end, and almost losing the handle for the Lady Tigers. Nimitz keeps it alive. I thought that thing was headed for the corner, and it will be now.
That ends that.
Yep.
Couldn't decide if Rizzo wanted to send it in the direction of Perez for a goal kick or just try to outrace the defenders. And they'll maintain the pressure here.
Dangerous spot, inbounded by Diana Hernandez, and he goes off one of her teammates. Isabel Martinez put her hands in her head and went, oh.
All that.
Yeah, all that for having to regroup. And we have a substitution for Irving.
Yeah, number 10 racing on. That's, do we have a number 10?
I was going to wait to see where are you going to go with that.
Number 10 coming on.
I have no 10. The mystery player.
Watch your score.
Mm-hmm. Nimitz will inbound. Chelsea Ruiz. She's got it right there. Working the sideline. Tried to find Hernandez, and Hernandez lost it and comes back and in control for the Lady Tigers. Tigers against the Warriors next week.
And then in a couple of weeks, we're across campus for softball. Lights are on. Practice is over for the night.
Yep, handled by our newcomer. And streaking down the corners, Cardenas. Cardenas and Kaiser get tangled up over there on the far sideline, and last touched by Cardenas. So Kaiser, number 2, will inbound. They haven't had to do a lot of chasing.
Yeah, just a couple of times.
This time she played ISS, and balls could take off. Has such a deep end zone here, the grass slows it down. Players get tangled across the way. As Flores 16 and Horn number 11. and it will be Nimitz possession. You know, every year we have the Lance Brown Award for the outstanding athlete, both boy and girl, for the city of Irving. And man, I'm trying to really pinpoint who my nominees would be. Shot is high and away.
Deflected off of someone.
Yeah, Isabel Martinez had a gap there. Thought she had a pretty good open shot, but got away from her and looked like a rainbow punt.
Unofficially, the shot's on goal. Nimitz with 18 and Irving with just 4.
Coach Vasquez walking the sideline and corner kick. Banda, remember what she did last time? Tries to curl this one around and chest bumps a teammate. Ruiz had 3 Lady Tigers in her space, but somehow they get a shot on goal.
Bending
by
over.
Perez.
Just bent over. Nice, easy save for Alex, the junior.
She's definitely been busy tonight. Her counterpart, Diaz, goalkeeper for Nimitz, not quite as busy.
Yeah, nothing's easy. Just don't want to take your eyes off of it that close.
Reyes, near corner to Ruiz. A little upset at herself for losing that one. Yeah, getting back to what we do every year, we have the outstanding male and female athlete. Any nominees? Anything come to your head, top of your head there, John? What we've seen so far this year?
Mark Eugene.
Maybe so.
Didn't play the entire year, but was able to produce what he did for Irving.
He looked good in the backfield, didn't he? Going to Navarro.
Boy, never did go over the touchline.
He just found out that Alexis Hernandez
is number 10.
Is number 10,
okay.
Up from the JV. Yeah, Mark Eugene, he was the offense in that backfield, wasn't he? But he could just stop on a dime. It was fun to watch him run.
Let's see, anybody in basketball come to mind? Nobody really head and shoulders.
Lost control by Dana Hernandez. You know, Eki was a force for the Vikings underneath. He was their one bright spot offensively. Whereas MacArthur, all the boys players they all were fairly even. There really wasn't a guy that just really took charge. Lady Cardinals had a couple players that could control the game, and here's a shot on goal and right to Perez again. Wow, was that Banda again open, number 5? It was.
Man, just off the fingertips. And here they come right back with Martinez.
Rizzo says, you know what, I'm not even going to try. Just going to kick it out of bounds and make them regroup.
Next week, Irving will play MacArthur. Nimitz travel to South Grand Prairie.
Rose Castillo just checked in, number 12. 1 of 2 on the Lady Viking bench that can come in tonight. A couple of injuries. Another one who couldn't play because of a red card the week before. As you take a look at Coach Bordelmay and just trying to keep the girls up. You know, when you're down 3-1, you really hadn't had a chance to score. You know, it takes a lot of cheerleading, I think, to keep everybody's mindset in the game.
Now, this goal kick was a short one down the right wing. Gets away now. It was toward Rivera.
Maybe they had something set up and just didn't work out right. Jennifer Maharis right there in the middle. Trying to break free. get up some momentum, but there's Banda to break things up.
Intended for Vieira, number 13.
Banda. Oh, she had teammate Espinal streaking. Couldn't get it to her. Ball's kicked out of bounds by the Lady Tigers, and Ruiz whiffs on the throw-in.
Right in front of the coach, Vasquez.
Off the chest to Rodriguez, and kicked to center field by Lopez. Controlled back by the Lady Vikings. You know, we still have baseball and softball season to go.
I was going to say there's some players that may break through here.
Yeah. Here on the near corner, number 12, Castillo, who just came in. Castillo with the bright sneakers. You know, we've been spoiled the last few years for the Viking baseball team. The boys have really done well. This district has been so tough so far.
Play well at home.
Yeah, knocked out.
Vieira shouldered down hard.
Second time, a little exertion. Well, I don't.
Well, she kind of leaned in.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Vieira did a good job of selling that one. What do you think?
Well, with only 2 officials.
Well, so getting back to the original
right
story, so much has been made of how tough this district has been on the football and basketball teams. Boy, years and years ago, Duncanville had a great baseball program. Not quite what they used to be, though.
Yeah, they had it going pretty much their way.
Yep, shot on goal, and it goes in.
Just high enough and long enough as it comes in the 18th minute. And a 3-goal lead now at 4-1. All around Castillo, number 12. And worth another look. That came from about 30 yards out. Number 16, there's a pivot by April Flores. And able to get the shot around Rivera and over the right hand of Perez. April Flores.
Another look. There's nothing the goalie could have done unless she could jump to the crossbar. Yeah, the pivot, I think, really helped her. She made that spin, get a lot on it. And is now 4-1, Lady Vikings.
Myra Rodriguez with a couple of goals. Banda and now Flores.
On the girls' side in softball, MacArthur really made a big turnaround and became competitive last season, last couple of seasons. We saw some good games between Irving and MacArthur girls in softball. That's when it's going to get cold again, is when we start doing baseball games.
First day of spring, March 20th.
That always happens every year to us.
Easter's late this year.
Well, maybe we won't have that Easter spell if it's late. That cold spell.
Nice short pass from Ruiz, able to keep it in play, number 10.
Well, that's the thing with a very limited bench. It's not like Coach Vasquez could, throw a bunch of subs out there late in the second half. Here's another wide open shot in the corner and hits a crossbar as Espinal is going to say, what do I got to do to get a goal here?
Needed to be about a foot lower.
Remember, she set up a goal when she was breaking in the crease before in the first half and had a bender that hit the pole. Watch this again.
Bam, right off the bottom of the crossbar.
She had a lot of space to the goalie's right. I guess she just didn't feel confident trying to go that far wide.
That is the 22nd shot on goal.
Man.
They have peppered
Perez.
Alex
Oh,
Perez.
say that fast. Pepper Perez, Pepper Perez. she has had her hands full tonight. Kaiser inbounds, and here comes the purple and white again. Relentless offensively. We get down to about the 10-minute mark. We'll see, look at the posture, maybe the Lady Tigers, and just see if they've given up or not.
Again, Nimitz on the year 4-2-2. Irving at 0-7-1. That's in district play.
Tigers have really been caught in the center, in the middle tonight. Martinez and Lopez doing a little pushing. Now Lopez gets control.
Circled right behind her and took it away.
Well, good little effort. Out of bounds and controlled by the Lady Tigers. Reminder to everyone, don't forget that all of our games are on YouTube. They hit YouTube about a week or two after we videotape these games. So you can check out the action on YouTube. We also have a channel with our classics showing you some of the old stuff. Speaking of Lance Brown and Bob Berry and company. As Lance would say, the good old days.
And number 15, Melissa Hernandez, coming on for Nimitz. She'll replace Diana Hernandez. The defender in for a midfielder.
Yeah, they got to score some more. Irving with a little push here. Centered, but no one's there.
Officially a shot on goal, and Vieira took it. And action for
Diaz.
Maria Diaz, freshman.
Yep, she just nonchalantly comes out there. Amy Vieira trying to pester Ruiz a little bit. Doesn't happen, and here come the Lady Vikings again. Rushing down on the near side wing, Ruiz. Waits, gets past one defender. Ruiz unable to get past Lopez. As Lopez stuck her foot in to knock it out of bounds, and Ruiz talking to her teammates, I think more or less about positioning and where she thought they should be when she was pushing toward the goal.
Yeah, but here's Bandit to execute this next kick.
Ruiz touching her cheek a little bit, like maybe she got elbowed or pushed. Well, the girls can mix it up just as much as the guys. And we're waiting for that corner kick where we talked about these Lady Vikings have been so good at. And here's Banda. Can she hook another one in? Center stage, off the hands of the goalie. The pushback and a goal. Count it.
Nudged in by Reyes on the short side of Perez.
Is it Reyes or Espinal?
5-1 lead. Off the fingertips.
Six,
sorry, beg your pardon, it's
Espinal. She finally gets her goal.
In the action, Rivera almost touched it, number 7. Got there a little late as Claudia Espinal gives Nimitz a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, there's Espinal finally able to smile. Man, we have seen her on numerous opportunities getting back behind the Lady Tiger defenders only to come up empty, and she set up that one goal that hit the post, and now she finally gets some reward for all of her effort. Here come the Lady Tigers. This is Horn. Horn pushed down. Is there a call? No call.
Out to wave it off. Oh, she took the brunt of it.
Much to the dismay of the Irving faithful. And she's talking to the official right now.
Chelsea Ruiz with a shoulder shove.
Yeah, that was right in front of one of the officials, so they said no. Back to action on the attack. Hits the side of the net.
Yeah, it was a drop down by Perez as she may have gone off her kneecap. And Horn just now getting back for Irving. But the 5 goals tonight, and again, Nimitz came in the second most prolific scoring team in the district, came in averaging almost 3 goals a game. They've got 5 tonight. And coming off a draw with Grand Prairie, neither team able to score last week.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's Duncanville, MacArthur, and even Cedar Hill and District as we have another corner kick. They're the ones that play really good defense. Horn again on the tack, directing traffic. Trying to hit a teammate streaking down the sideline, can't. The outlet pass handled by Ruiz.
Last corner kick, Rosie Castillo almost had a clean shot.
Here's Ruiz again. It's going to be a tough angle. And some contact. She going to get the yellow card, and she does.
There's a rebel, Ariana Rizzo, as Chelsea Ruiz will come out. On the back of the head, as Rizzo being consoled by Vieira and 4 or 5 others.
Was it Ruiz that was holding her cheek before, like she had gotten hit? Lowered the shoulder.
Yeah, that would have made no play on the ball. I mean, that was, yeah, easy call for the official.
So they mix it up a little bit with about 10 minutes left in this match. Flores left-footed. Streaking again is Espinal. She's ready for more.
Man, nice save.
Perez going low and also trying to cut that angle down to a minimum by Espinal. Vikings, they're not going to give up, let me tell you. They're going to keep doing the pressure. They could do like that Simpsons episode when soccer came to town and the guys just passed it back and forth to each other.
Using hands?
No. The town was so excited that soccer was coming. Everybody's getting all excited, and the midfielders just kept knocking it back and forth to each other.
Town that's excited about soccer coming is St. Louis.
The city of soccer champions.
Big time soccer coming. The big news in professional soccer last week was a CONCACAF announcing that AT&T Stadium and Toyota Stadium will host a Gold Cup semifinal. That'll be in mid-July.
Under 10 minutes to go. You know when the game's almost over when they start advertising dollar hot dogs in the concession stand.
Is that what they are now?
Yep. Go ahead, I'll cover for you. Go. Hey, the window's open up here. You could just throw a couple of dollar bills out the window.
Fresh out of ones.
New player in for Irving. Callie Chevis, number 22.
One of 5 seniors. Here they come again.
Like a broken record. Stolen away. Right in the middle. Free on the right wing was Castillo, Rose Castillo. She couldn't get to it in time, but is knocked out of bounds by Sanchez, number 2. And the Lady Tigers have done a lot of that tonight, Mr. Nelson, is just trying to knock it out of bounds and stop the momentum of these Lady Vikings.
Well, looks like Martinez got hit right below the shins. Took a nice kick. He's hobbling now, number 20.
Oh, yeah, she still is. Grabbing her leg. No stoppage in play yet. The kick, and it hits the pole. Oh, from the far corner, Myra Rodriguez spun around and hit the post. And you're right, Isabel Martinez hobbling on the sideline.
She's hurt.
And they will wait until they have a stoppage of play before they can do a substitution.
Rodriguez almost with a hat trick tonight. Had that gone in.
Ball still in play as Espinal finally knocks it out of bounds, and we will have a substitution. As I believe Anna Hernandez will come in for Isabel Martinez. There's Martinez, a grimace on her face, the right shin, either the shin or the ankle.
Yeah. And a couple pairs coming on for the Lady Tigers as well.
Number 14, Mata. We have what, five sophomores on this team, a couple of freshmen, 5 or 6 sophomores on this team.
5. 7 juniors.
So the kick back in play, handled by Sanchez, and stolen away just like that by Rodriguez. Hernandez over on the wing to Martinez. Just playing catch with the legs there. Castillo. Hands off over to Espinal. Espinal
stepped right over it.
Yeah, kind of dragged from behind a little bit, wanting to call. All that happened was she was stepped on the leg of Sanchez more than anything. Flores trying to center, goes right to the goalie, and Perez with another stop. If there's been, like, what'd you say, over 20 shots on goal?
Let's see, Nimitz now unofficially
30?
26.
Okay.
And the Lady Tigers with just 5.
21 stops.
3 goals here, or 2 goals here in the second half. April Flores and Claudia Espinal for the Lady Vikings.
It'll be MacArthur and Irving boys next week on ICTN, back here at Irving High for the boys soccer match, where emotions do run a little higher, I think. This part of being young. Is that a hand kick?
Stoppage. I think they did touch it.
Rizzo
Throw
been
in
called.
So Banda here with a goal kick.
Goes off the leg of Rizzo and centered.
Never did get it high enough.
Nope, Reyes pivots over to Rodriguez. And a shot wide and just, again, cleared, almost knocked out of bounds, but Irving keeps it in play.
Nimitz will go to 5-2-2 now in the district.
Not really a big surprise how things have turned out tonight. People pretty much sized up just the way things have gone this year, that especially since Nimitz won 6-0 in their first matchup.
I was about to say that. Now a total of 11 goals in the 2 district meetings.
Yep. Watch Rodriguez, Myra Rodriguez. Look at that heel pass, the no look.
And cleared out, or it would have been 6-1.
Chased down by the Lady Tigers, but knocked out of bounds. Again, Lady Vikings on the attack. A little weak shot right of the goal, left of the goalie.
Callie Shivason, number 22 for Irving. Senior.
Got a feeling Perez has had this happen to her for a while this year. A lot of shots her way, and another shot, and it goes inside for a goal.
Espinal, her second. It is 6-1. Comes with just 2:41 to play. Oh, she's been open all night. She becomes the 5th different Lady Viking to score. And a 6-goal night for the team. There's a shot, goes to the right, hits the back of the goal post and stays in the basket.
See, this makes up for that first half miss where she hit the post and Rodriguez knocked it in.
Deflected off of Perez, off of the post and into the back of the net.
Espinal has had 2 goals tonight. Flores 1. Maya Rodriguez a couple, and Banda has had 1.
Second most goals they have scored this year in district.
It'll be fun to watch Brendan Williams of the Nimitz Viking baseball team. He's going to go to New Mexico State. A lot of talent there. If he really has a big year, he very well could be our...
He's the pitcher, isn't he?
Yeah, he could very well be our male player of the year within the city. His brother Braden went to Texas Tech. I was about to say, it'd be interesting to see how he does up there. His brother was really fun to watch as a hitter. Boy, he had such a great swing. Chasing the ball in the far corner and
finally got to it. Didn't think Kaiser was going to locate it.
That's okay. Chevis.
So you're saying the springtime somebody could emerge head and shoulders?
Yes. Yes, I do. That kind of night for the Lady Tigers. Danielle Mata, boy, she was in a good spot there to try to kick one in the back of the net and got tangled up and didn't get a good shot at it.
Yeah, lost her footing.
Lady Vikings saying, we got less than a minute. Should we just stop down? Nah. We're going to keep trying to score. Ball is cleared by Sanchez as we're about to put the wraps on this one.
Lady Tigers will fall to 0-8 in district play.
Well, some long faces on the Lady Tiger team. Knowing once again, they just didn't have enough firepower offensively. They're just outmanned against a better Lady Viking team tonight. They have one more in them. And that should do it. That'll put the wraps on this one as the Lady Vikings win it handily 6-1 against their arch rivals from Irving High School in District 9 6A. That keeps the Lady Vikings in the playoff hunt, keeps the pressure on Irving MacArthur. And let's take a look at the second half goals before we put a wrap on this one.
All right, Rob, goals in the second half. April Flores in the 18th minute makes it 4-1. 6 minutes later, Claudia Espinal will score her first of 2. There she is right there, nudging it in there. That came with 12:45 left, and then Espinal with 2:41 left. Rounding out the scoring tonight for the Lady Vikings, a 6-1 winner. They won earlier tonight, or earlier this year, by a 6-0 score. So they take both district games this year from Irving.
So it keeps them again in the playoff hunt, puts the pressure on MacArthur, who had just a game lead on them coming into this ball game. Next week, it will be Nimitz playing Duncanville, a big matchup for the Lady Vikings. Irving will take on South Grand Prairie. Again, our final, the Lady Vikings 6, the Lady Tigers 1. For John Nelson and the entire ICTN crew, Rob Willman with you. We'll see you next week right here at Irving when it will be the boys, MacArthur, and the Irving Tigers. So long, everyone.